Students, it is important to separate words from sentences. With the help of different punctuation marks, we can show whether the sentence is a simple assertive statement, a question, or even an exclamatory statement. We can also show what each person has said during the course of the conversation using certain punctuation marks as a part of the sentence. It is therefore important to know when and how these marks need to be used. Punctuation can be defined as a system of using marks in writing. These are used to separate or specify certain items. Have a look at the tree diagram on the screen. Punctuations like full stop, question mark, exclamation mark are used at the end of the sentence. Punctuations like colon, semicolon, quotation marks or double inverted commas, dash, comma are used internally when the statement is written and are also called internal punctuations. Lastly, hyphen, capital letters, apostrophe are called word punctuations. Let's have a look at the following examples. The use of punctuations can make or break a sentence. They can also change the meaning of the sentence as per their usage. Learning the basic rules of punctuation can actually increase the clarity, precision, and quality of your writing. We will now learn about each of these punctuation marks and how and when they need to be used in a sentence. We know a full stop is used at the end of the statement or order. It is commonly used to show a longer pause and is known as period. Have a look at the simple examples on the screen which show how this important punctuation is used in sentences. Examples: 1. Dogs are loyal. 2. Come in. 3. BSC. A question mark is used at the end of a statement asking a question. Example: Where are you going? Do you know the answer? The next punctuation is an exclamation mark which is also used at the end of the sentence. It is used to express a strong and sudden emotion or feeling. In the sentences, what a beautiful day it is. Congratulations. Wish you all the best. The punctuation has been used to express different feelings. A colon is used to introduce a list or example as given in the following sentence. Example: There are 3 types of volcanoes: active, dormant, and extinct. It is also used between two closely connected sentences as shown in the example. They can only be used after a complete sentence or a main clause. The colon is usually followed by a word phrase, another sentence, list, or quotation. Example: Lately, I have had only one thing on my mind: graduating from college. Students, remember to not use a colon directly after a verb as seen in the example on the screen. The next punctuation we'll be learning about is the semicolon. It shows a short pause. It is also used to separate clauses, especially when no conjunction is used. Example: We were planning to get coffee. However, he had to cancel. You must remember that semicolons are signals to the reader that information given in both sentences are closely related and should be taken together. Example: She traveled to Sao Paulo, Brazil, Seoul, South Korea, and Nairobi, Kenya. It also helps to show items in a list where commas are already used. Quotation marks are also of extreme importance, especially when dialogues are involved. They are also known as inverted commas. They are used to mark a quotation or a word or phrase. Double quotations or double inverted commas are used while writing conversations. Let's learn how to correctly use quotation marks in sentences. 1. They are used in direct speech statements that quote the words of a person exactly as he, she said it. Example, Sia said, I am going to play with my dollhouse. 2. It is never used in indirect speech statements like, Sia said that she was going to play with her dollhouse. They should never be used in paraphrases or summaries. 3. Full stops and commas should always be placed inside the inverted commas. Here, Pope Francis is making two statements. Since we are quoting him, the two related sentences broken with a full stop will both come under double inverted commas. 4. However, colons and semicolons are placed outside the quotation marks. 5. Place question marks or exclamation marks inside the double inverted commas when it's a part of the direct speech. 6. Do not place question marks or exclamation marks inside the double inverted commas if it is not included in the quote itself. The next punctuation we are going to learn about is dash. It is used to separate parts of the sentence. Sometimes it is used in the place of a colon. A dash is not a hyphen because it separates words either in the middle or the end of the sentence. Example, she was counting something in a very low noise, almost a whisper. Our ideas for this weekend? Going for a picnic, doing homework, and hiking seemed like a lot to squeeze in. I knew the material perfectly until the last day. A dash used in the middle of the sentence lays special emphasis on a group of words. When used at the end of the sentence, a dash separates information from the rest of the sentence. The comma is a rather important punctuation mark. A comma shows a slight pause. Example, there were lions, tigers, monkeys, and horses. It is used to separate words, phrases, or clauses. Example, by the way, since you are interested in these little problems, and since you were good enough to record some of my experiences, you may be interested in this. It is also used while writing dialogues. Example, he said, that's right. It is used after a word, phrase that applies to the sentence or a person addressed to in the sentence. Example, as a result, they lost the match. Elementary, my dear Watson. Remember to use the comma correctly in the following manner. It is used after a subordinate clause and just before the main clause starts in the sentence. They are also used when two main clauses are joined with a coordinating conjunction like for, but, or, so, yet, etc. Comma used before the coordinator but. Commas are also used to separate multiple adjectives used in the same sentence. Comma used after the first adjective, cheap. Next, we move on to the hyphen. A hyphen is mainly used to join words or to join word units. It is used to connect the parts of a compound word. These are called hyphenated compound words. Words like easygoing, double click are hyphenated compound words. Hyphens are also used in compound numbers like 42 students, 2/3 majority. Compound adjectives are also hyphenated. A well-known author, a world-renowned composer. A hyphen could also be added after prefixes or before a proper noun or proper adjective. Ex-mayor, non-European, self-image. Compound phrases like the 9-year-old boy, sister-in-law, up to date are also hyphenated. Remember to use the hyphen appropriately so as to convey the correct meaning. The meaning of words can differ if the hyphen is used incorrectly. Example, a hot water bottle, a bottle for holding hot water. A hot water bottle, a bottle of water that is hot. To repress a shirt, to iron a shirt. To repress bad memories, to keep at bay, to avoid. Next, we move to the usage of capital letters in sentences. Capital letters are used in the following manner. To begin a sentence, to begin each line in the poem, to write proper nouns, in titles of books, movies, etc. For abbreviations, remember that pronouns like I, exclamation, O are always written in capital letters. An apostrophe is another important punctuation mark. It is used with S or by itself to show that a thing or person belongs to somebody. In the examples given on the screen, the apostrophe is used to show that a thing belongs to someone. It is added before the S and may also be used to indicate duration or time. It is not used with non-living things usually. For example, we always say the leg of the table and not the table's leg. When we use the pronoun it, we only use S simply without the apostrophe. With the plural noun already ending in S, the apostrophe is added after the word itself. The apostrophe placement depends on whether there is more than one noun. For example, the boys' school means the boy studies in a particular school, whereas boys' school represents that the school is only for boys. An apostrophe is also used to show that letters have been omitted. The apostrophe is added to show where the missing letters or letter would be. This is also called word contraction. It is also used to denote plural letters or numbers. Students, remember that an apostrophe should never be used with possessive personal pronouns like yours, his, hers, ours, theirs, whose, its. The last punctuation we'll be dealing with is parenthesis. It is basically a set of elements within a sentence that are related to the sentence but are non-essential. They are often less academic in tone. They de-emphasize what they set off. In this sentence, there is a usage of brackets to briefly mention the European countries visited by the person. These can also include enclosing figures in a sentence as seen in this example. A group of words which form a complete sentence inside parentheses can be included in the bracket without a full stop. However, a question mark or exclamatory mark must be added depending on the inside group. For example, when the parenthesis encloses an independent sentence, the punctuation used belongs inside the parenthesis. Here, an independent sentence ending with a period is enclosed in the parenthesis. Students, each of the punctuations that we have come across today have important functions to perform when used in a sentence. It is therefore important to use it appropriately.